this is the start of another week of the Reading, Real Life, and Rambling vlog. And today is Monday, December the 1st, and my name is Jeanette, and I'm just waiting for Andrew to come over because he has his advent calendar to open, and then we have some Amazon packages to open. So here he is.
Hi.
You gonna work on opening this?
Okay. Jolly Rancher.
Gummies.
Gummies. Can I eat it?
Yes, you may eat it.
You don't want it?
No, I don't want it.
You want half?
No.
Want the green?
No.
The red?
No.
Okay. Too late now.
As I said, we have a few packages to open. We've kind of been collecting, apparently. 3 of them came yesterday in one order. Okay, let's start with the box. This feels really light. It is really light. That was in that. So it's OPI Rapid Dry Nail Polish and Ring the Alarm. I thought this would be good for Christmas. I don't have a red. Yes. Some scratch off stickers. That's for my TBR cards next year. This is the one you're waiting for, I think.
Is it food?
Maybe.
Probably not for us though. For our pet. Wow. Sinking cichlid gold. Well, the fish tank behind the camera will probably enjoy it.
Sure.
That is a tiny bag, but
Maybe it's not that big.
wow. Okay, there you go.
And also in that one was some pens for my reading journal. And The Christmas Bargain by Shanna Hatfield. I thought something was on, but it's her hair. That's funny. I'm so excited. I love this book. So this was my birthday present to myself. Then I got a case for my tablet, just a basic black case. And I don't know what this one is.
Here's another book. Oh.
Aww. Happy birthday from Christine. And she got me The Codebreaker's Daughter by Amy Lynn Green. Thank you, Christine.
Did a good job, Christine. She's gonna love it.
I've read it.
Oh, you've read it?
I have read it. I really did enjoy it. But now I can see the actual journal entries and stuff. Because I listened to this on audio. Yay! What's today?
Day number 2 of Advent.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'll see if I can get it open. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, that didn't open too well. There, see?
Is it the same as yesterday?
I think so, yeah. Should I try it? Yesterday's was good. Let's see. It'll make you jolly. That's good.
Well, it is Tuesday after work, and I thought maybe I should tell you what I'm reading. So I am reading The Librarian of Boone's Hollow by Kim Vogel Sawyer. I'm just noticing. Sort of. The top part of this is pink. My nails are pink. And I also noticed at work today as I was drinking that my nails match my cup. That was kind of cool. Okay, so I am started this. I started this last night. I got maybe 3 chapters read, I think it was. And then I made good progress today. So I listened this morning as I was getting ready for work. And then I spent about an hour and a half, I would say, just laminating stuff for Advent for work. So while I was feeding the laminator, I was listening to this, and I've made it to chapter 17, page 146, and I really feel for Addie, who didn't know what was going on with her parents and finding out, and then is determined to make her way and fix it, right? And I really like her. And then we are following Emmett, who has just graduated and is now trying to find a job. But this is 1936 and jobs are very scarce. And I'm kind of like, what's going to happen? And then there's another girl that I am not liking. I feel for her family situation of what is happening to her. But I just not a fan of her. I'm hoping Addie and Emmett get together, not this girl and Emmett that she wants, but we'll see. But I have to say, it is definitely faith-filled already. There's lots of talk about God taking every situation and using it for good, and talk about turning to Him in time of need and reading your Bible and praying to Him. There's a lot of faith in this so far, and I think I'm 40% in, I think is what my audiobook said. So this is what I'm going to be reading tonight during sprints, and I hope you will join me, except for the fact that this will be after the fact by the time. Never mind that part. Join me for the next time I have sprints after you watch this. So I have chicken noodle soup in the slow cooker. I just added the noodles. The chicken's all cooked and stuff, so I just added the noodles, letting it kind of simmer for a bit. And Andrew's out doing a couple errands, and then it should be supper time. I'm sprinting again. And while I'm just waiting for this sprint to end, because I finished 2 chapters and I'd like to stop at a chapter break, so I decided to check the hockey game and see who scored, because I play the Tim Hortons hockey picks, and I was on a 6-day streak of getting one of the picks right. And if you get 7 days, you get a week of free coffee at Tim Hortons. And I'm like, okay, one of my 3 players is going to score tonight, and one of my players has scored. So that means I get a week of free coffee. So now I need to make trips to Tim Hortons, because I very rarely go to Tim Hortons. But free coffee, I will make special trips. Okay, so we have day number 3.
Another Jolly Rancher.
Same thing again?
Yeah.
Same flavor?
I think so, yeah.
Sorry, I was cutting off your face.
That's okay. Maybe it looks better that way. Don't blame me, I'm pretty old. Anyways, Jolly Rancher. Smile. Gotta be jolly. Now what?
Okay, so Andrew asked if he could open the Amazon packages we got today, and I said, give me a minute, I have to take something out, because his Christmas present's in it. So, but now you're good.
No. Well, the Christmas present I want would probably fit in the garage.
Not in one of those,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be quite a bit bigger. Really loud librarians. Wow. Honey.
That's a Christmas present for somebody else.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Usually librarians are pretty quiet, but I guess they're allowed to be. Okay, great. Now,
He's not going to be very excited about this.
makeup remover cloths. Wow. It's not on my wish list, but maybe I could detail a car with it.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
The interior?
Nope.
No? Okay. Because you know me, I like to detail cars. So.
I know you do, but nope.
Okay. Makeup remover. Must be for you, my dear.
Yes, it is for me.
Yeah. You're beautiful. You don't need to even have makeup, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right.
We are here to pick up my coffee.
Anna. What's mine called again?
Steep tea.
Steep tea. There we go, yeah.
Coffee and tea have been obtained. And look at these cute Christmassy mugs with the hockey players. That's really cute. Well, it is Wednesday evening and I am getting ready to film my wrap up for the month of November. But let's update you on my current read. I am very close to being done. I will finish it tonight for sure because I'm on 316, chapter 36, and I think there's only 38 chapters, maybe. I have approximately 30-ish pages left, so I should give you an update. I don't know how much I've updated you on this book. Have I updated you on this book? Basically, we are following Addie, who was in university in Lexington. This is set in the 1930s. She was in university, but something happened to her parents and she's not able to finish school. And so now she's taken on a job as a pack horse librarian in Boone's Hollow. And she is not being accepted by the community and is having struggles. Then we have Emmett, who recently graduated from the university, and basically Addie and Emmett met on one of the very last days at school. And they didn't know each other until that moment, and then they parted ways. Well, Emmett's hometown is Boone's Hollow, and after much struggle, he has found a job at home, and Addie and Emmett have kind of reconnected from the one meeting that they had. Then we have Benita, who is younger than the two of them by just a few years, who has grown up in Boone's Hollow, has known Emmett all her life, and is determined to be Emmett's wife. And she is not very nice to Addie, but she has some home struggles going on that nobody really knows about, like we know as a reader. But Benita is just coming across as really mean and like, why? What's going on? And I did not like her for majority of the book. Now we're at the point where people are starting to know what has happened to Benita and why she might be the way she is or treating people the way she is. And I do feel sorry for her. I mean, I felt sorry for her ever since I knew what her home struggle was. But I feel like she also could have handled it differently. I don't know. It's hard because I feel for her, but I also don't like her attitude. But there was a comment where they were talking about it that, like, you know, love your enemies, pray for them, be nice to them. I did mark it, but now, of course, I can't find it. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed that. There is definitely a strong faith message in this book, and I am enjoying it. I'm not falling in love with the characters, and I really expected to. I just feel like we're missing parts. I'm not really sure. So we'll see what happens in these last 30 pages or so. So that is my update for now. I'm going to go do some filming. Well, it snowed again overnight. Not a ton, but enough that I'm walking from my car to inside the building and I'm like, remind me it's pretty, remind me it's pretty, as my legs are getting wet because they're cold. and walking in snow. And then as I'm shoveling the entranceway, I'm like, I look up and I see all the trees and I'm like, okay, remind me it's pretty. It is pretty. But now I'm gonna come inside and warm up and get the office day started. Well, it is after work on Thursday, and I have some reading updates. I finished The Librarian of Boone's Hollow by Kim Vogel Sawyer last night before going to bed. And when I finished it, I was like, that's it? That's how it ends? Really? That's the ending? I'm like, not what I was expecting at all. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I did enjoy it. I really liked Ava. Addie is her name. I really liked Addie and like her determination to push through the challenges and treat people with love, even though she was not being treated great by some of the people. I really, really liked her. I also really liked Emmett, the male character who is also trying to make his way in the world and kind of being pushed and having struggles, but really is determined again to follow through and his care for the people around him. What I didn't like about it is it's touted as a romance book. And there is romance, but where's the romance? I wanted to see the romance. Not like just kind of, it was more off to the side. And we know that it ends with romance. Like, there is. But I'm just like, I wanted more. I wanted more. And I did not like the character of Benita. I cared about her and the situation she was in. But I did not like her. She could have been just a much nicer person. But I do like kind of how she redeems herself at the end and how people are caring for her once they find out everything that has happened and kind of why she's acted the way she has acted. And people stood up for her. Like, I did really like that. But I also feel like it was almost, I think I just needed more. It just needed more of the book. There should have been another 3 chapters, maybe? I don't know. I'm just randomly guessing how much it would have taken to just provide me more closure, I guess. There is a second book to this series that I have found out. It's called Return to Boone's Hollow, and it completely follows Benita. And then we find out a little bit more about Addie, like is in it as well from reading the summary of it. I obviously haven't read that book, but just reading the summary of what it's about, I was like, okay, so then we get more of Addie's story and then we find out like kind of what's in the future for Benita. But I don't know. Last night I was kind of like, I think I need that now because I don't like the way this ended. But then when I saw that it was completely about Benita with a little bit of Addie in it, I was like, I don't know. So we'll see. I'm giving it 4 stars because I did really enjoy the characters. It just, the ending ruined the book for me. But I marked page 158, because it talks about books. A book takes one into another person's thoughts and emotions. Books open up worlds beyond the view from one's own window. Stories can stir compassion, can inspire integrity, can show different lifestyles and problem-solving skills. Books have the power to change people for the better. I really liked that. So, yeah. Okay, so that is The Librarian of Boone's Hollow. Then today, I started the audiobook of Under the Texas Mistletoe. I can't figure out how to turn my tablet on. That's funny. I started the audiobook of Under the Texas Mistletoe because I cannot get the physical copy from my library. It is checked out. I was really sad. So I have the audiobook though, but that's fine. So this is a 3 novella in one. The first novella is called A Texas Christmas Carol, and it says, where a town's wealthy Scrooge-like bachelor finds his world invaded by a woman set on earning his donation to help the local poor, and penetrating questions of 3 mysterious visitors. So I completely listened to this one at work today as I was, just doing some basic cutting, pretty much all day, cutting stuff with a little bit of stuff. But I listened to this whole novella at work, and I really liked the characters and this Scrooge-like person and kind of what has made him that way. And Felicity, the woman that is trying to get him to help with this donation that she is doing with the baskets they're putting together. And the way they interacted, I really like the 2 of them. Then there is the 3 mysterious visitors that the summary says that show up. And at first I was like, okay, he's just meeting these people. But then at one point he's talking to them 1 second, and the next second he turns around and they're gone. And it was like, oh. So they weren't just strangers on the street. It was like, oh, that kind of, I don't know. It just felt weird to me. And I know that's the premise of A Christmas Carol. I know that. I've seen a few different versions of the Christmas Carol movie and stuff. It felt off to me. So while I enjoyed it, it was a fun, quick novella story. And I like the way it ends. So it was fun. Then I started the second novella, which is An Archer Family Christmas. And it says, when the Archer clan gathers for the holiday, they encounter an unexpected request for help that will require all their effort and a Christmas miracle to see them through. And so this time we are following James Archer and his wife, Cassie. I had to think of her name. And we find out something that's happened during their marriage that is very, very sad for them. And it happened right around Christmas time. And so now they're going in to celebrate another Christmas, and the memories are there. And we have the whole Archer family kind of coming together for Christmas. And at first, when this opens, there's a ton of names listed, various Archer couples and kids, or if they've had kids or about to have kids kind of thing. And I'm just like, wow, it's been a while since I read any of the Archer family books. Okay, wait. So he ends up married to her, and he ends up married. Which brother is that? What's he doing? I really had to kind of think. But that's because I've read the Archer family series. But it's been a while. And I was really emotional to read what James and Cassie have experienced so far, and then kind of the way it's going. There is a very terrifying moment that happens, and I'm probably 80% through this novella at this point, probably, because it's an audiobook on Hoopla. I can't really tell for sure, because it also doesn't divide the novellas down. It just chapters are continuous. So I'm on chapter 15, but I don't know where that is in the novella book, right? In this particular novella, but just knowing what has happened now, I think we're close to the end of the novella, unless something takes a turn. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm liking to kind of find out more about the Archer family. I would highly recommend reading this one around the time that you read Short Straw Bride and whatever the other Archer family book is. That's funny. I'm going to look it up to see. What are the other books in that? So Short Straw Bride is book number 1. Stealing the Preacher is book number 2. And then we have A Cowboy Unmatched is a novella 2.5 or 2.25. And then this one is 2.5, this novella I'm reading now. So I mean, there's 2 full-length books where you meet most of the brothers and you're following particular brothers and their romance stories in the first 2 books. And then the other novella provides the other brother's story. And so, yeah, I'm really intrigued, but I'm just shocked at such a heavy subject matter in a novella. So that is what I'm currently reading right now, but that's an audiobook. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to pick up for a physical read for today or going forward. And I'm communicating with Anne from In Search of Wonder right now of when we're going to start our buddy read of My Merry Mistake by Courtney Walsh. But I'm not exactly sure when she is ready to start it. So I'm like... And I don't want to read a historical Christmas book while I'm still in the middle of this audiobook. So that means I need something contemporary. So this is what I have that is contemporary. I could continue with Holiday and have High Stakes Holiday by Christy Barrett or Explosive Christmas Showdown by Darlene L. Turner. But I'm listening to a Christmas book, so I don't know if I really want to start another Christmas book, especially because my Kindle read could be a Christmas book. But then if we start like Friday or Saturday, the other one, maybe I don't want to be in the middle of a 3rd book, right? I don't know yet. Or I could go non-Christmassy and pick up one of these 2, If From the Valley We Rise by Elizabeth Musser or Dying Declaration by Randy Singer. I'm kind of thinking, like Dying Declaration, I kind of don't really want to read, but I do want to get it done. Like I'm not like anxious to dive into it. So I'm almost like maybe I should start this one because then whenever Anne's ready, I could put it down and go to the Christmas book that I'm reading with Anne and then just return to this one. I don't know. So this is what I'm thinking right now. I haven't fully decided. I will let you know. Well, I went grocery shopping with Andrew tonight so that I could get my free coffee. Okay, groceries. Just a few stuff. Our lovely bagged milk. We saw these. And I was like, gingerbread cookies. So we'll try those at some point. And that's really the only specialty thing. Okay, so we're on day 5. Andrew's already opened.
Green apple and cherry, one of my favorites.
And then while we were out, he picked up these guys. They don't actually go together, obviously. So this little reindeer, Rudolph, I guess, for $1.75. Yep. And then this little Canadian Tire pail.
He's feeling kind of pale. What do you think? Yeah.
That was horrible, Andrew.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my. Canadian Tire is a hardware, automotive, houseware store in Canada. Kind of everything almost. Well, it is Friday evening now, and I thought maybe I should show my face today. It's been a long day. I was at work cutting more Advent stuff, but they are done for my part of it at least anyways. Now it's passed on to the next person to complete them. And I just was fighting a headache. Like I was drinking water, coffee, juice. I was eating and I just could not get rid of the headache. Like it was just horrible. I took some Advil. I did not think I would make it through the day. I came home and took a nap. And that helped a bit. It's there, but nowhere near what it was before. But I did finish listening to Under the Texas Mistletoe by Karen Witemeyer today. I finished novella number 2 and started and completed novella number 3. So novella number 2 was The Archer Family Christmas. I really enjoyed this one. And a ton of faith reference and talk and kind of Jim is talking about Job in the Bible and like the connection, and I really liked it. Then novella number 3 is Gift of the Heart, where we are following a single mother, Anna, I think. Wow, the name just escaped. Character names are hard sometimes. Where she's trying to make a new life for her daughter after her husband passes away. Her daughter is 7, and she has this family heirloom brooch that she tries to broker to have a place to live. And I really enjoyed this story. I have read it before. This is in another one of her bind-ups. So I had read that story before, but I still really enjoyed it. Again, I just like the characters, and the child is so cute. And the way that she kind of talks to the guy, Bo, just, it's really sweet. I really like the story. And then there was a surprise at the end. There was another novella included in the audiobook, and that was the 12 Gifts of Christmas, I think it's called. Again, I've read it before, and it was just really fun story. And I was not expecting that at all. Because when I finished the third novella, it said there was still an hour left in the audiobook. And I was like, wait, what? And I kept listening, and that was there. So that was cool. So I am going to be starting tomorrow My Merry Mistake by Courtney Walsh. I am buddy reading that with Anne from In Search of Wonder. So tonight and last night I decided to start Dying Declaration by Randy Singer, but I read maybe 3 chapters, and the chapters are really short, so I think I got like maybe 20 pages read. But I worked on a ton of channel stuff last night. So, and then I just wasn't feeling reading. I mean, I spent pretty much all day listening to an audiobook. Then tonight, I'm going to continue reading that until I'm ready to start My Merry Mistake tomorrow, because we promised to start on Saturday. So I'm not gonna read ahead. I'm gonna be good. Plus, with my headache still being there, I don't think I want to read very much right now. I just really want to sit and watch YouTube is really what I want to do right now. So that's what I'm gonna do once I change and get a little bit more comfy. I'm comfy, but I want to be more comfy. So that is the plan for this evening. We have a couple different plans for the weekend. I'm not quite sure what day we're going to do what, so I'll let you know once we know what we're doing. The before, I gotta find room, put that in. So apparently I've been collecting watches, and I have a style, apparently. This is the one that I'm currently wearing. This is like my everyday watch. And these are ones that were just sitting in the drawer. But apparently there's something similar about really 4 at least. Maybe not so much that one, but yeah. Okay, got it organized. We've just left church and it is snowing again. So on the way home, we picked up another coffee. Got to take advantage while it's free for me. Now Andrew's just run to the grocery store to get some bread because he said when we went Friday grocery shopping that we didn't need bread, we'll be fine. And then he decided this morning, I guess we need some. And we hardly ate at home yesterday, so yeah. Sunday evening, December 7th, and the tree is going up. is finished. Okay, it is Sunday evening now, and I'm gonna recap the week. Basically, I didn't check in as much this week because I was fighting a headache for so many days of the week. There were times it mellowed and I could really focus, and other times it just took me out. And yesterday, I started reading My Merry Mistake by Courtney Walsh, and pretty much that's all I wanted to do once we got back home from meeting my mom and exchanging Christmas gifts for her and my brother's family, and then she gave us ours. And so we've exchanged. Now we'll wait till Christmas Day to actually open them. But I started reading My Merry Mistake by Courtney Walsh, which I'm going to be buddy reading with Anne from In Search of Wonder. I'm about 35%, I think I said to her. I think that's where I haven't looked at it today. And I am enjoying it. Some parts. Some I'm kind of like, I didn't like the way it opened, but then it moved. I think third chapter, it kind of changed, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. Like, I know why that opening was there. I really like Finn. That's right now, I'm really liking Finn. And I love that we're seeing Poppy and Dallas from My Phony Valentine and Eloise and Grayson from My Lucky Charm. Like, I really like that. I really like Poppy and Dallas, so that's kind of cool. So I'm enjoying it so far, but I am pausing it to let Anne catch up because that's really all I wanted to do yesterday was read. Then I did start Dying Declaration by Randy Singer. I am not very far into this at all. It is really short chapters. I am on page 60, which is the start of chapter 13. Like, yeah, really short chapters. And I was like, I recognize one of these characters. And she is from another one of Randy Singer's books that I read just, I think, in 23, 24, in the last couple of years anyways. And I was like, I remember her. But they're not like actually connected. It's set in Virginia Beach. And she is just one of the characters that's involved. So right now it is two separate cases we're following, or two separate people. We're following Charles, who is a street preacher and also a teacher at a law school. And he's being arrested. And so we're following him in the courtroom right now is where we are. And then we have the Hammonds, a mother and father, Teresa and Thomas, whose young son has recently died, and they've been charged with neglect and manslaughter. And so now they're in the courtroom. So I know how it's going to connect. Like, I mean, the scenes have connected, but how do they really intersect? Like, how do they get involved in each other's cases? I'll find out going forward. I'm just kind of reading it slow right now, kind of reading it when I'm avoiding other books. Because I don't want to get too far in my other book. So this week I finished The Librarian of Boone's Hollow by Kim Vogel Sawyer. I enjoyed it overall. So I gave it 4 stars. Then I read or listened to Under the Texas Mistletoe by Karen Witemeyer. And this was 3 novellas. I liked the first one. I didn't love it. I really enjoyed the second one, which was The Archer Family Christmas. I just really like the Archers, so I think that's why. And I liked the third one, which was The Gift of the Heart, which was kind of a biblical retelling of the Ruth and Naomi story. And so that was really cool. Like, these are very faith-filled stories. The first story was A Texas Christmas Carol, which is a retelling of A Christmas Carol. And I liked it. I just didn't love it. I enjoyed the other 2 stories more, but Archer Family was definitely my favorite. So overall, I'm giving that novella 4 stars because I really enjoyed it. And as I said, I've just started Dying Decoration, and I've just started My Merry Mistake by Courtney Walsh. So really that is my reading for the week. I'm going into next week reading this one and My Merry Mistake, but I also need to find an audiobook to start tomorrow. So that will be what I figure out tomorrow morning, I think. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video this week, and stay tuned for next week's reading. Have a great day. Bye.